Hi, my name is Laurie Johnson. I'm the coaching education manager here at inviteCHANGE, and I'm joined by Janet Harvey, our CEO and director of coaching education. And today we would like to talk to you about whether to ACC or not to ACC. This is a very frequent conversation that Janet and I both have with prospective participants. And so we thought it would be helpful today to give you some sort of grounding around this and around what choices you have and what might make the difference for you if you make this choice over that choice. So, Janet, I'm so excited about this because this was something I really struggled with myself when I was in coaching education all those years ago.
I'm and I'm sad for that because we've been working really hard as a professional association. All of us are members of the International Coaching Federation, and I think I did my first volunteer work on the Credentialing and Standards Committee back in 2007. So
Wow.
it's been a
Yeah.
really long time. And
Yeah.
we've been trying to get rid of alphabet soup and help people understand the ladder. And I get it, it's still confusing.
A
So
lot.
here's what I would say about that.
Hmm.
We are bringing forward development for people to acquire a very sophisticated communicating and relating competency. It's not a simple training class somebody is going to.
No.
It has a lot in it that requires us to evolve as a person.
Hmm.
Who we are is how we coach.
Hmm.
For most people who come into the field, they recognize that they love people. They love helping people. They love people when the light bulb comes on, and they've had some experience like that. They might be the person that somebody comes to and says, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?" And they
Hmm.
realize that that's a natural gift for them. But there's a wide chasm they're crossing to where they can stand confidently competent. And this is where the professional body, International Coaching Federation, comes in because they've established a set of competencies, skills, and mindset and methods that are enabling people to acquire this as a professional practice, and for those that wish it, a livelihood. So,
Hmm.
first it's self-leadership, and then it can be other leadership, and then it is actually a livelihood as a practitioner coach. And so, the question of to ACC or not to ACC is answered partially by what are you seeking? Knowing that your first right answer to that question can change. You could come thinking, I just want to get some skills, it's all good. And then later decide, oh, I kind of like this. I want to do something more.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I was just going to coach my team and my volunteer leaders, and I was just going to be happy and do that alongside the work that I was doing. But then later, years later, after I had left even that organization, I was laid off in a restructuring. And I thought, well, maybe I should try coaching full time. And then I knew immediately something inside of me said, but you have to have a credential to do this. And so I got back on the bandwagon and got my ACC. So I decided to not ACC at the beginning and then to ACC several years later. And I've never regretted it.
I'm so happy, and we're delighted to have you on team here,
Oh, thank you.
guiding everybody through the education process. But you said something really important there that I think sometimes people get also a little tripped up with. I
Mhm.
couldn't possibly ask people to pay me until I earn my credential.
Yeah.
And that's a trap. And it is
Yes, it
not accurate
is.
because everything a person is and has become up to the moment they step into this education is part of who you are as a coach. It has
Hmm.
value, it has contribution, and who you are is who you attract. So the people that you'll serve as a coach are going to value all of who you are as a human being. You are adding to it a competency. Now, here's the other piece of this. You cannot be excellent as a coach without coaching.
That's so true.
Practice. Practice, reflection, feedback, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So, when you're thinking about choosing an education program, it's really important you find resonance with the people you'll be engaging with because they will be coaching you. They're modeling coaching if they're
Yeah.
doing really good work. We have a very rigorous program, and we've been doing this from the very beginning. We're one of the first to be accredited in 1999 and have
Mm.
continuously up-leveled our work. We have an outstanding faculty of 26 people who are all active practitioners, and 10 of those now all carry the MCC, the ICF Master Certified Coach designation, and the rest
Mhm.
are all professional certified coach designation with no less than 1,500 hours. So you're working with people in the learning container who have walked the path you're choosing to step on,
Yeah.
no matter where you're choosing to step on it. So it's the pursuit of excellence that earning a credential designation represents to yourself and to your prospective customers. The pursuit of. Yes, the achievement, but that's sort of like, the icing on the cake. It's that you
Right.
make your own cake and it's delicious. That's really what the education process is all about.
Yeah. And I have to say too, not just the delivery leaders here and in other organizations that we partner with and we've looked, we work with and people we've known, people we graduated with, all of that relationship. But this is the most non-competitive field I have ever worked in my entire life. These are such human, caring, authentic, loving people that you get to meet and be with. And your clients are typically really there because they are ready for this. They want this for themselves. They see it in you and they want more of that.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's
it's not a
incredible.
it's not a hard sale, right? It's
Hmm.
simply allowing life's experiences to be shared. That's
Yeah,
another thing we introduce as part of developing you into a livelihood practitioner. I
yeah.
think it's actually a good thing for life. We were talking just the other day about how so much of the digital native generations, right, where they've grown up with deep technology prowess, are
Hmm.
also a little intimidated by true dialogue. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly sure how to step into it. And I will tell you that the coaching skills and mindset are a beautiful framework from which to learn how to do that and do it comfortably.
Yeah.
So you had said to me that there were a couple of other questions that people had, and one of them had to do with an element of the education. Yes, there's a lot of skills to learn, and you must
Hmm.
learn them through first understanding them, then practicing them. We practice in small pieces, micro
Yeah.
skill, put it
Mm.
all together to learn what it is to do a full session, and then what is it to do sessions over time, and then how do you manage that in the system, whether you're working with a principal of a school or the teachers in a school or a nonprofit as you did, or you want to do corporate work. All of those are systems. And so there's a lot to understand about the environment you're stepping into in coaching.
Mm-hmm.
This is why the programs are long. 60
Yeah.
hours is the first level. And with that, you are ready to be engaging with coaches at the midpoint.
Hmm.
You have so much more to go. Just like there's no destination for being a human being, there's no destination for acquiring competency as a coach. I'm
Hmm.
well over 12,000 hours now as a practitioner, and I learn something every single day. The
Hmm.
practice of mentor coaching, which is a component that's required, not just learning the training, through the training of skills and the education of the underpinning of it, but actually having someone work with you with your demonstration of the skill. Because
Hmm.
when you learn to cultivate an inner coach awareness about what motivates the choices you make with a client, that becomes a resource for your quality forever.
Yeah.
Not all programs do that the way we do it. It is something we've learned over time is an essential ingredient to sustaining excellence, and that's our commitment, is that our students leave knowing full well how it is that they express the core competencies and
Hmm.
how to do that uniquely and artfully.
Yeah.
Now, you said people are afraid about recording.
Yes.
All right. So my tips are this. I have a lot of clients that I work with, and it's really easy to get them a little jumbled up in our head. And when they
Yeah.
call you 3 days later and said, "Do you remember that conversation we were having about?" And you're thinking to yourself, seriously, you think I'm going to remember that from 3 days ago after I've talked to 20 other people?
Hmm.
I record and I tell clients, we're going to record every session. Some days you're going to come back to it, and some days you won't, but it's okay. They're all going to be recorded and accessible for you. And I've had clients call me a year later and say, you know what, I went back through every single one of our sessions, and it's so amazing the things that we've been exploring.
It is, isn't
So
it?
it's a precious gift for the client.
Mhm. Yeah.
It is also two more benefits. I listen to those recordings, which means I'm paying attention to my quality, and that's a benefit to the client. And secondly, I occasionally will have a mentor coach look at my coaching to see if I've picked up some bad habits that I can't hear because they're my habits. They're
Yeah.
invisible to me.
Yeah.
And that also improves my coaching. So those are the three things that recording supports. Of course, I and the mentor coach are required to maintain confidentiality and to destroy those recordings once the educational process or the mentor coaching process is complete. So it is in complete congruence with the ICF Code of Ethics and our commitment to the sanctity of trust and safety for the client.
Yeah. And the client gets to choose. I mean, ultimately, and I've never had a client that said, no, you can't record me. In fact,
I
most are very happy to, especially when I was going for an assessment, all those times they were very happy to do it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have systems that make it very easy for this to all be managed. So
Dude. Yeah.
the student doesn't have to worry about, oh my God, how would I make this happen?
Yeah. Yeah. I love too that we consistently and carefully and diligently pair up our students with other students to coach each other. I did get paired up in a program before when I first started, but we just talked and we, we weren't coaching each other
Mm.
because it wasn't a requirement at that time in the program I was in. But I think that that's one of the biggest benefits that people receive in this program is they get to meet other people, learn from other coaches, but also they get to connect with them in a way and they receive coaching from each other reciprocally, which is such a great gift to be able to give them, in this process. And it helps meet the requirements of the ICF credentialing, but it's really a community. When you're complete, you are in a community of people that you will never forget.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And as adults, we tend to be a little hesitant about doing something that's uncomfortable, but
Oh yeah.
get to do it with a peer first. It
Yeah.
builds the confidence necessary to be ready to do it with clients and to do it quickly. And to
Yeah.
have a place to come back to say, this is what happened. I don't know about this. What do I do in this situation? And that's forever. Once you're part of
Yeah.
the Invite Change community, you're here forever. And
That's right.
we have lots of ongoing resources and access to our incredible team for every student, no matter where you are in the journey. So you might ACC immediately. You might
Right.
really be diligent and get your coaching practice in and get your mentor coaching done and submit your recording for peer demonstration assessment of your achievement of competency development. You
Mm.
might do that within the first 9 months. Others, they wait a little longer. They are not coaching as much. They're coaching part-time. But they can know, having done an accredited program like ours, that they are coaching competently and
Yeah.
confidently. And when they're ready to submit for assessment, they're ready. It's okay. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm ready to step on the path of credential. And
Yeah.
we're here, not going anywhere, and happy to support you in making that next step and then moving on to PCC development.
Yeah. I love that.
Your
I mean, it's
ACC
so
is the
doable.
PCC and ultimately MCC. It's a
The
life path.
MCC. Yeah. And people ask me a lot too, can I skip ACC and go straight to PCC if I decide to, and commit to the whole program, which obviously is a great idea. I did that too. I didn't skip to PCC, but I committed to the whole, program. Yeah, you can step right into PCC. You just have to have the 500 client coaching hours when you do it.
Right. And you can do your development to the PCC level, earn your ACC first because that's your client hours
That's
experience.
right.
And
Yeah.
when you reach the next threshold of client experience, you've already been evaluated at the PCC level and you've been coaching at that level. It's a
Yeah.
much easier application process for your credential award.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we do so much for people. I think it's so much easier than people anticipate I know it is because we hear this all the time. I think it's just a matter of trying to get out of your head or the limiting beliefs or fears and get into the space of this is important. I deserve this. I'm ready for this. This will change my life. Because I can say, and I know you can too, it absolutely has changed my life in so many ways.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
As we change others
That's right.
to live a life of reciprocal prosperity.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's, as Steve Thorson would say, that's what we cause to happen in the world.
I know. Thank goodness we do too.
Thank you so much, Lori. It was fun to have this conversation, and I hope everybody that this has been helpful to you. You know, the notes on this video might give you some ideas about how to continue and how to get a hold of Lori as our coaching education
Absolutely.
manager, or me if you'd like to. Both are
Yeah.
possibilities. We look forward to
Yes,
seeing you soon.
indeed. Thank you. It was a great time. Thanks so much.
Bye bye now.